Pirates baseball is presented by Highmark, the official health plan of the Pirates, because life. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. By Your Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in Pittsburgh. By Cohen Markets, learn how to save 20 cents off per gallon every time you visit. And by Levin Furniture and Mattress, Pittsburgh's #1 furniture and mattress store. Beautiful day in Southern California. And the Pirates, I guess it really didn't matter what the weather was out today. The Pirates felt like it was a beautiful day after last night, like a cleansing. What the Pirates did really, and John pointed this out throughout the telecast, not just the fact that the team collected the 18 hits and 9 runs, but the defense played a role, and of course the pitching. Chase Shugart, David Bednar, Justin Lawrence, Dennis Santana, and Ryan Borucki with 5 hitless innings of relief. And good news too, Bailey Falter, the low back tightness that, according to Derek Shelton, affected him almost from the first pitch. He seems to be fine today. We talked to Falter. He said he's all good to go. And Tommy Pham was in the starting lineup.
Yeah, we thought maybe he broke some ribs.
Yeah.
You know, he went into that wall hard. A couple of beautiful plays from Tommy Pham out there and left. And it's weird though. When are we ever here when it's not sunny?
True.
You mentioned the weather.
Yeah.
It's been cloudy all day.
Yeah. There is Jack Hanowitz. And this is the lineup he'll be facing. O'Neill Cruz, Brian Reynolds, and Andrew McCutchen. It's the same exact lineup as last night. And Manuel Valdez, Joey Bart, and Key Brian Hayes will follow. It's Adam Frazier, Tommy Pham, and IKF.
And there's Jack Hanowitz making his 5th start of the season. Tall righty, hard thrower, has a 6.20 ERA. Doesn't get a lot of strikeouts, given that he throws pretty hard. You know, he's 95, 96 with a 2-seam, 4-seam fastball, but gets a lot of ground balls. And the 2-seamer gets ground balls, and he'll get some swing and miss from the 4-seamer, and he'll mix in a slider.
Defense, Luis Rengifo is back in the starting lineup at third. Zach Neto, Kyron Paris, Nolan Shonowell. And then in the outfield, it's Ward, Adele, and Trout, and Travis d'Arnaud, veteran backstop. Gets the start behind the dish. There he is. Last night it was Logan O'Hoppe catching Jose Soriano, and tonight Travis d'Arnaud, who was signed as a free agent over the winter. Behind the dish for Ron Washington's Angels, and Andrew McCutchen back out there as the DH, already ready to go. Antsy, he's in the hole, and O'Neill Cruz will be leading things off. McCutchen, part of that, again, 18-hit attack on Washington's club. Drops to 11 and 11th. Handful of times they've been at the 500 mark this year. They lost 99 games last season under Ron Washington in his first campaign. Very successful manager with the Rangers. And first pitch swinging, and bounced to second. One pitch and one. I think that's what the start last night looked like. Only Cruz hit it hard to the shortstop.
Yep, exactly the same. And then a 4-pitch walk to Brian Reynolds after the 1-pitch, 1 out. You know Brian Reynolds isn't going to swing at the first pitch, so you get a free strike.
Reynolds 3 for 5 last night, on base 4 times.
It's funny, you go up there after that. You hit second in the inning, the guy in front of you makes an out on the first pitch. You go up there and you really want to try to look ready. Yeah, I'm going to swing.
Knowing no chance.
Maybe they won't throw one in there.
Yeah. Now 0-2.
Well, that's the hard slider. He'll mix in a sweeper. Doesn't throw very many of those. You'll notice the velocity different. Be in the low mid 80s when the sweeper comes out.
Little tapper. 2 outs. Full ground ball outs, and that's his game. Kahanowicz, the 24-year-old from Philadelphia, 6'7", 228 pounds, drafted in the 3rd round in 2019. Made his debut in the big leagues last year. Andrew McCutchen, 2 for 5 last night with a walk and that home run.
Yeah, he's geared up for the heat. Look at the movement on it. Just kept running inside, so a bit of an awkward swing from Andrew. Don't see many of those. Pretty much same pitch. Andrew, the vet, probably just said, "Oh, let's see it a little longer." It's a call.
Within Furniture and Mattress strike zone, David Rackley did not call that a pitch and a strike. 2-1 now. It's Rackley, Edward Moscoso, Tom Hanahan, Chris Guccione. 2-2. And now full. 7 walks for Kahanowitz, though 2 of them were intentional in his 20 innings. Full count. A 2-out walk. McCutchen on base 3 times last night. Drew another walk. Kahanowitz now faces Emmanuel Valdez.
He's never faced the Pirates, so we've never seen him pitch. And you wonder, you know, what is it that he's doing to get outs? Of course, he gets the ground ball.
It's the other way and slicing foul.
And you know, reading scouting reports, he throws hard, has a good slider. It's amazing to me. This guy in his career, in 86 innings, only has 36 strikeouts with that arm, and that slider looks good. How's that possible?
Yeah, Ron Washington talked about that he thinks just, he's fine with it. All the ground balls. I'll take a ton of the ground balls and now hit the other way. We're talking about that in the open. You talked about it last night. The approach to the Pirates, taking that ball the other way, and Valdez does it.
So pretty. You know, he's throwing sinkers. It's running away from the lefty. That pitch is actually off the plate. Try to pull it. It's a ground ball to the right side. That's a great approach, especially against a guy that's throwing a fastball that's running away from him.
And now it's Bart, who was 2 for 5, had a 3rd inning RBI single last night. But Ron Washington saying that he thinks that the more he matures, the more innings he throws in the big leagues, those strikeouts will come. But it does not make a lot of sense. That arm's big 6'7" righty.
He gets very few swings and misses on his 2-seam fastball. Just 9% of the time so far this year. But he does get a fair amount on the 4-seam. Almost every 4 pitches will be a whiff. I don't know if we've seen any 4-seamers yet. That was one.
Right down the middle.
Yeah, you can see that one was straight. We've seen some tail on just about every fastball. This one pretty much straight as an arrow.
Bart calls his timeout. He had a 9.4% strikeout rate last year. The league average is over 22%. It was. Right down the middle again. This time watches it. Pirates strand a couple. Half inning. Bucks nothing. And the Angels will come to bat against a former Halo. Jorge Soler going to start things off for the Angels here in the bottom of the 1st inning. He'll be followed by Zach Neto and Mike Trout. Taylor Ward is the cleanup hitter. Travis d'Arnaud hits fifth. Nolan Shotwell and Luis Rengifo, basically back-to-back lefty hitters, and Kyron Paris and Joe Adell.
Pennsylvania State lottery numbers for Andrew Heaney. That ERA 2.13. Picked up his first Bucco win in that game we just talked about, the 7 1/3 scoreless. 22 punch-outs, 6 walks. Opponents hitting just 191.
He made a start here last year as a member of the Texas Rangers, which is his first start in this ballpark since he had been traded in July of 2021 to the Yankees. Jorge Soler takes a strike. He's 1 for 15 in his career against Heaney. Soler, a 3-pitch strikeout last night against Dennis Santana, with 2 men on and 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. At the time, the score was 6-3. And the game was on the line, and Santana struck him out on 3 pitches.
Made him look bad, chasing a couple of breaking balls out of the zone.
Andrew Heaney registers the strikeout. That's 31 times Soler has gone down on strikes this season.
People were wondering, that's 90 miles per hour. Right down the middle. Comes up empty.
Soler, 4th most strikeouts in the American League. Now Zach Neto struck out 3 of his 4 times to the plate last night. Just misses away. 2-0 on Neto. Usually off for the injured list. So just 13 at bats. This is his 5th game. And suddenly it's 3-0. Heaney made 102 starts for the Angels from 2015 to 2021.
There you go. You got a 3-0 count. You're looking for one pitch. A pitch that you can drive. And you got an 89 mile per hour fastball, literally down the middle, thigh high. When you come up empty.
Any way to explain it?
There's something funky about the fastball that they just don't pick up. You know, it kind of comes from a little bit of a lower arm slot. Another one at 89. It's like invisible. Like you see it, and it's by you as you're starting your swing. It's how am I missing that? I think it kind of stays on the same plane, so you're swinging underneath.
Wow, comes back 3-0 and just 3 fastballs later strikes him out. And that's a good look at what these hitters are thinking. Neto's shaking his head.
Yeah, I mean, I think a traditional fastball, it's coming down. The pitcher's on a mound, so it's going to come down. But certain guys just have that fastball. It stays on the same plane, and you can't seem to get on top of it.
Trout can't pull the trigger. 0 for 3 with a walk. Mike Trout last night. Oh, and 2.
That's amazing.
This is incredible.
Sid Fernandez had a fastball that was like that. Until you learn to literally get your top hand over the ball, you just swing under it.
Pitch in the dirt, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wow. That's incredible.
It really is. That's amazing.
Andrew Heaney strikes out the side in order. To the 2nd inning. Brian Hayes leads off against Kahanowitz. And though Hayes just had 1 hit last night in 5 at bats, it was a big 3rd inning RBI single right up the middle, giving him 10 RBIs on the season. hitting 6th with Adam Frazier to follow. 98 down the middle. Kahanowitz, his ERA inflated a bit because his last start he left with the bases loaded against Houston, or against Houston 2 starts back, and they all scored. His lines have not been real pretty. His ERA last year as a rookie, 3.99 in his first 11 major league starts, up from Double-A. Two and two the count on Hayes. Rockets this one toward right field. Trout is back. A line drive out for Hayes. Pennsylvania Western University stat of the day. How about the 7, 8, 9 hitters in the order last night? Frazier, Pham, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Third time in Pirates history since 1970 anyway that each of the 7, 8, 9 hitters reached base 3 times each. A couple years ago, Connor Joe, Ji-Hwan Bae, and Jason DeLay did it in April of 2023. Prior to that, in August of 1970, Jose Pagan, Bill Mazeroski, and Steve Blass.
Mr. Blass.
Mr. Blass, part of that.
How about that?
Frazier on base 4 times, a hit and 3 walks, 2 runs scored.
Yeah, you love it. You got veterans down at the bottom with Frazier, Pham, Kiner-Falefa. And if they're getting on, obviously they're giving opportunities to the guys up top.
It's Paris on to Shonowell. Frazier started the day with a 6-game hitting streak. We'll have to wait till his next at bat. And talking about the Kahanowitz breaking ball there. Pham with 3 hits last night. First 3-hit game as a Pirate, and his first since September 11th last year.
Yeah, there's a lot more 4-seamers. It seemed like the first 4 batters was a lot of 2-seam fastballs, but after striking out Bart on a couple of 4-seamers, he's gone to it a bunch here in the second.
Pham last year, 116 games combined with the White Sox, Cardinals, and the Royals.
I've noticed, like, as far as the slider, might be a reason for so few strikeouts. Not many even flinches or check swings at that slider. They see it. They recognize the spin early.
Goes down on strikes, and that fastball. So Pirates go down 1, 2, 3. It's 0-0. Pennsylvania Western University educating you. How about Andrew Heaney striking out the first 3 batters he faces? 4th time in his career he's done that. First time as a Pirate, and first time since August of 2023. Strikes out the first 3 batters he faces, and now the cleanup hitter is Taylor Ward, who homered last night, is 0 for 10 in his career against Heaney. Ward hit his 6th home run of the season last night. Catches just a part of the inside edge. Ward's homer, he was the leadoff hitter last night and homered in the 3rd inning off of Bailey Falter.
Continues to just come at him with that fastball.
Foul. Ward, then Travis d'Arnaud, Nolan Shonowell. He has struck out each of the first 4 batters he's faced. So he has not had to employ the defense yet. The Vin Furniture and Mattress defense. When a ball is put in play, it's Hayes, Kiner, Falefa, Frazier, and Valdez on the infield, third to first. And in the outfield, right to left, it's Reynolds, Cruz, and Pham, with Bart doing the catching for Heaney. d'Arnaud, 3 hits and 26 Angels at bats. And big hack.
Yeah, go figure. That's why you have scouting reports. Up there looking for the fastball, gets the breaking ball.
Pham made a couple of stellar defensive plays in left field last night. Both against Joe Adell.
Both saving runs. You know, I'm sure like highlight videos, robbing the home run would probably be shown more than the play he made on the line drive over his head, but I think the line drive over his head was a much more difficult play.
Two to the veteran backstop, whose older brother Chase played for the Pirates for a while. He's 4 for 6 in his career against Heaney. Signed as a free agent, 1-year deal. Wow, 5 in a row. First time a Pirates pitcher has done this.
It's impressive. And he knows that d'Arnaud has some success against him. He doesn't care.
Man,
I'm coming right at you. Hit it if you can.
5 straight hitters. And now Shonowell takes ball 1. He did go.
Yes, he did.
Appeal down to Chris Guccione.
I guess it was James Wood last start against Washington. He kept pounding him in off the plate, and he kept getting swing after swing.
Yeah.
Left-handed batter.
Yes. Another right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And if you're going to throw a breaking ball, and I guess it was like the one to Ward, he got him to chase a breaking ball. Make sure it's out of the zone.
Yeah.
They're not touching the fastball in the zone. Don't speed him up by putting a breaking ball in the zone. There you go.
Good call. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to make a mistake with it. And it's like, I almost feel like it's their best chance.
Yeah.
Is to get a hanging breaking ball. Well, one of the few that got on top of one. We've seen some foul balls that gone up to the upper deck where the bat was under the ball. That's one of the few that's been on top of the baseball.
He has struck out the first 6 batters he's faced. Andrew Heaney back at Angel Stadium, and his former mates having a devil of a time. On to the 3rd. Top of the 3rd inning, Andrew Heaney strikes out the first 6 straight Angels. And now to the 3rd, here's Isaiah Kiner Falefa against Kahanowitz. Paul Skeens, in his 2nd major league start at Wrigley Field in Chicago, struck out the first 7 Cubs. But going back to at least 1974, no Pirate left-hander has pulled off what Heaney has done so far tonight. Skeens, before that, Andre Jackson, a right-hander, struck out the first 5 Royals in 2023, and before that it was Bruce Keeson in 1979 to strike out the first 5 Expos. Bouncing ball past the second baseman as Paris went down. And into center field it goes.
Another good approach. Both Pirate hits the opposite way. This one not quite in the right. It goes to center, but is right of second base. Paris going down. He looked like he was going to make it, but they got the glove down late. Right under the glove.
That left side of the infield is wide open for O'Neill Cruz. Rengifo plays shortstop. Neto plays almost directly behind second. There's that imaginary line that Major League Baseball instituted a couple of years ago against the shifting. You can't cross over.
And you think like just a check swing down the line's a double.
Yeah. That has to be so inviting. 2-0 the count. He grounded out to the right side of the infield. His leadoff at bat, first pitch.
Oh. Sometimes you just go up there and you guess strike. I mean, that pitch was never in the zone. I would say the first two pitches to him were closer. And then you get into that good hitters count. Instead of like seeing the ball, you're just expecting it to be in the zone, and you start early. You pull the trigger on a pitch, it's not really close.
It's 3-1, close to swinging, but he checks. 3-1 now. And O'Neill Cruz.
Yeah, they're content on just staying down with that sinking fastball. It's another chase. Now that's 5 straight that were well below the knees.
If you're Heaney and Darno, what do you do on a 3-2 pitch to Cruz? Same thing, expecting a chase.
Yeah, I almost think that you shorten up here, and if they throw that pitch, he takes it.
Runner goes from first, and it's a little flare into left center field. Well, for Cruz, it's more than a little flare. It gets out there rather quickly, and it's a base hit. And there's that approach again, first and third.
Yep. Another one the other way.
A 3-2 pitch.
And so now 2 strikes, you're protecting a little more. Look where that pitch ended up.
Wow.
That pitch is a foot outside.
Look at that. Those long arms just flips it.
And I think that's just a lot of times a mentality for hitters, especially hitters with power. You get 2-0 or you get in the hitter's count 3-1. You're looking to hit the ball, 450 feet to the pull side. So you end up not staying on the ball. You're more likely to chase. But now with 2 strikes, we're thinking more contact. See it longer. Stay back. That was a thing of beauty. I mean, I don't know. I guess you have to be 6'7" to hit that pitch. Way out there.
That's crazy.
Just a slap. Yeah, he doesn't have to get big with his swing. I mean, he generates plenty of power.
And a high fly ball to right. Should be deep enough to bring the first run of this game home, and it is plenty deep. Sac fly for Reynolds. IKF scores 1-0 Pittsburgh. Reynolds picked up his 13th ribby with that fly ball.
Beautiful thing, playing small ball, making contact.
McCutcheon. Now, in his early major league career, opponents haven't really tried to steal much against Johanowitz. Cruz is 10 for 10 this season. And there he goes. And from his knees, Darno's throw is going to be late. He's 11 for 11. O'Neill Cruz swipes second.
And you can't even say it was a great jump. He doesn't need a great jump. He's so fast. And I love the fact that he's loving the stolen base.
And there you see the consecutive steals without being caught. Bounce to short, and the play right in front of the shortstop Neto, and he throws out Cruz at third.
Yeah, that's a mistake. Ball's right in front of you. If it's behind you, you can go ahead and go. If it's in front of you, you got to make sure it's through. 'Cause even with that great speed, that's easy pickings. Easy catch and throw.
And Manuel Valdez singled in the first. With the ball the other way. And again the other way. Toward the line and left. Ward a long run, and he gets there just before crossing over the foul line. Bucks get a run. It is 1-0 Pirates, and Andrew Heaney has been so impressive in his first now 5 Pirate starts. Came in with an ERA of 2.13, 8th lowest in the National League. And tonight he has struck out each of the first 6 batters he's faced. Now the bottom third of the order: Luis Rengifo, Kyron Paris, Joe Adell. Strike one. Starts him off with a changeup, maybe. And they put it in play. Feels like a no-hitter just got broken up.
Exactly. You know, a lot of times, fielders want action.
Yeah.
And they don't love long innings, especially if there's no action. Usually when guys are walking, you can get a little aggravated, but I'm sure they were all enjoying that.
And I wonder if a pitcher, you like a no-hitter, it's on your mind, can't help but think, well, I'd like to get this next batter on strikes again, keep the consecutive streak alive.
For sure.
His all-time mark at any point in the game, 9 straight for Heaney. And out in front of Kyron Paris, 0-2, has been on a strikeout streak of his own. 6 straight at-bats he has struck out. And he's hitless in his last 14 at-bats and has struck out 10 times. Oh, fortunate he didn't get rung up.
Just caught a piece.
Pops it up, shallow right. Reynolds coming in and makes the catch. And looking down at the turf, it looked like he was intentionally going into a slide, and then maybe, well, some divot was created. It forced him to pop up.
Yeah, I mean, and that's hard to keep the track on the ball. I mean, when you're bouncing around like that, the ball's bouncing around. So that's a heck of a catch.
Yeah, watch, he wanted to go into the slide, but then he got stuck.
Yeah, the knee just buried into the turf.
Very much above average catch for Reynolds.
Yeah, I just, by where everybody was playing, I knew, it was a long way from everybody. Reynolds with enough speed.
Joe Adell. 2-0 count. He's looking into the Pirates dugout and having some fun with them. Adele 1 for 4 with an RBI last night, and it was Tommy Pham who robbed him twice.
I didn't even realize that. I mean, I knew on the home run. I didn't realize that line drive was off Adele also.
And it's a high pop up for O'Neill Cruz. Andrew Heaney's been perfect through 3. 1-0 Bucks.
Welcome into the Toyota Rav 4th inning. Well, good news regarding Endy Rodriguez, who's been working his way back from a right finger laceration. We spoke with Pirates Senior Director of Sports Medicine, Todd Tomczyk, today. He said that Endy has been cleared to move that finger and cleared for some baseball activities. Earlier today, Endy was throwing out on the field and told me his finger feels good. It's weird to get used to, and now he's looking forward to trying to hit. Also important to note, though, that Endy is allowed to do activities with the stitches in his finger still, and can play with them as well, so that will not prohibit him from moving forward with getting back to baseball. Brownie.
And that was such a weird injury, too. John was talking about James Wood and how the Pirates pitched Wood last homestand, the Washington Nationals left fielder, and he came to the plate in the very first inning. Second batter of the game with Paul Skeens pitching. And a pitch from Skeens hit Wood, the lefty hitter, on his toe, and it deflected up and clipped Endy Rodriguez on that hand, and that, as Hannah mentioned, cut the finger and had to have the stitches and on the injured list. Brian Hayes. So Henry Davis is up and doing some catching. Davis, in fact, has caught Skeens a couple of times. Whoops. He is hit. A breaking ball gets Brian Hayes.
You might think, oh, breaking ball, so that can't be too bad.
Yeah, 87.
87.
Yeah.
It just grazed him.
Yeah.
Actually, Darno caught this. How about that?
It's impressive. And now, Adam Frazier. Grounded out to the second baseman, Paris.
Don't see Adam Frazier chase that pitch. We were talking about it with O'Neill Cruz back in the 3rd inning, chasing a couple pitches out of the zone. Must have a lot more downward movement than we could see.
In the air to right, long run Trout, not going to get there. Brian Hayes knew it, and he goes all the way to 3rd. Sounded like Frazier might have broken his bat. He's got a 7-game hitting streak now.
Perfectly placed. Adam Frazier. Again, a pitch down. He goes down and gets it. There's a couple of base hits he's had here in the last week or so where his back knees on the dirt to go down and get a breaking ball.
Tommy Pham, as the infield looks for the double play ball, and Kohanowitz gets a lot of ground balls. So that's definitely in play. Two hits shy of 1,000 for his career, Tommy Pham. Goes to 2-0. He and Frazier were signed to 1-year free agent deals this winter by the Pirates, looking for some veteran leadership in that clubhouse, the dugout, but also hoping that they'll produce. And there's a double play ball. 6-4-3 right to the shortstop Meadow. Room service DP, 1-0, head to the bottom of the 4th. Pirates baseball brought to you in part by McClellan's Contracting and Roofing. Family owned and operated. If our name goes on it, we stand behind it, so you can stand in it. So the second time through for Heaney. He faces Jorge Soler, the leadoff batter. Struck out the first 6 men he faced. Then the Angels' next 3 batters, the 7, 8, 9 hitters, put the ball in play. A ground out and 2 fly balls. Strike 1 on Soler. It's ahead 1-2.
Soler, one of those guys, always looking to drive the ball, always trying to get that bat hit out.
First time he's led off this season for Ron Washington. Led off 41 times last year. Hits this hard. If it's fair, it's gone. It's foul. Soler flirted with his 5th home run. Heaney has given up 1 homer, a grand slam to Elly De La Cruz.
Yeah, that was like a 12-pitch at bat.
Yeah.
And De La Cruz couldn't catch up. Then he ended up getting a fastball that was a little above the zone. Was able to get just enough of it.
That was in Cincinnati on the 12th of this month, and time was called. No,
he stepped off.
He called a, yeah, he stepped off, but the home plate umpire is calling it a pace clock violation and charging a ball on it. And Shelton's saying, well, you're supposed to get 2 warnings. And Heaney stepped off just once. He still had another step off available. Home plate umpire David Rackley. There's a situation, however, where Heaney, I think, is figuring, you know what, and this is a tough call for, here's Shelton defending him, but the pace of the game.
I was thinking the same thing.
You don't want to disrupt. Heaney's like ready to go. Like, let's move on with it.
He's so locked in.
Yeah. You got to be really careful here. Shelton's almost wanting to get tossed.
Yeah.
And again, Heaney wants to, Heaney's pacey. He wants to pitch. But at the same time, Shelton's furious.
When they give you that much time out there, I don't know. I always feel like, well, maybe he got it wrong, you know. And so he allowed Derek Shelton. So I'm thinking Derek Shelton was going to get tossed right there. They gave him.
Yeah, like they think they were wrong.
Yeah.
The fly ball to right. By the way, we were talking about this on the bus over here. Fly ball to right, and Soler is retired. What happened with Edwin Diaz, the closer for the Mets today in the 10th inning?
Yeah.
With Castellanos, the Phillies on first. Diaz steps off for a disengagement a 3rd time, and you only get 2. The 3rd time, it's a balk. You have to get the runner out. They call a balk on him. Immediately, Castellanos goes to second, but then Diaz calls for the manager and the trainer to come out, and they negate the balk.
That's crazy.
0-1 on Neto. 0-2.
Boy, good changeup. Yeah, he got these guys all worried about the fastball, but he still has the good changeup. And a lot of changeups look just like the fastball, so you're pulling the trigger thinking it's a fastball, and you're way out in front because the ball just doesn't get there.
Yeah, it's a piece of it. Still 0-2 on the Angels shortstop. Zach Neto, former first-round pick. Talked about him being a teammate of Thomas Harrington at Campbell University, North Carolina. Neto, the 13th overall pick in the 2022 draft. Harrington, 36th overall. He pitched today, did Harrington for AAA Indianapolis. Didn't have a great outing. And this is a great outing. That's 7 strikeouts for Heaney.
Yeah, threw more off speed to Neto than he has to most batters in this game, but figured, hey, we'll finish him.
Yeah, right down the middle.
Yep.
The strikeout was presented by Coppers, protecting what matters, preserving the future. He's got 7 punch outs. Here's Trout.
Tried slow curve. Has 2 curveballs. One he throws in the low 70s, the other in the mid 70s. Again, I believe a changeup here. Trout thinks it's a fastball. He's pulling the trigger. Doesn't get there.
Over toward the line and right. And that's foul. Very short porch out there by the foul poles. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Facing his former teammate Trout. Sneak one over there. Still 350. And it's fouled off by Trout, who has been in a funk. 3 hits in his last 28 at bats. And now 2-2. Despite that, he came in 3rd in the American League in homers, tied for 8th in RBIs. Wow. 8 punch outs.
90 down the middle once again. Incredible.
Andrew Heaney heading to the dugout. Chatted with David Rackley on his way into the dugout.
Well, it obviously didn't affect them.
Yeah.
Because went right back at him. 2 easy outs.
Tyler Falefa led off the 3rd inning with a base hit to center field and scored the game's only run on a sac fly from Brian Reynolds. Jack Kahanowitz on the mound for the Angels. His 5th start. Pop up to Adele. Brings up O'Neal Cruz. Singleton stole 2nd in the 3rd, and then was thrown out. Ground ball to the left side of the infield. Oh, that is hammered to center field. Clear the deck. Look at this Cruz missile. Holy smokes. Was that ball hammered? Number 6 for O'Neal Cruz. It is 2-0.
Sometimes you just get a feeling with O'Neal Cruz, like it just had a feeling that he was going to hit a bomb here, and maybe a little angry after getting thrown out at 3rd. He likes playing angry.
463 feet, 117 miles an hour.
Wow, 88, hanging middle. I don't know how many balls have been hit out that way.
Man. That home run brought to you by UPMC. Yeah, admire it. Oh. And that's lined the other way by Reynolds. 6th of the year for Cruz, 463 feet.
The net is so far. I mean, I can't imagine a ball ever landing out there.
Wow. Schemes rooting it on. O'Neill Cruz, that distance, the 4th longest home run hit in the major leagues this season. Andrew McCutchen. Walked and grounded out.
Honestly, don't know how many times I've seen a home run hit straightaway center that I knew immediately that it was going to clear the wall in center. And that thing, I think of Garrett Jones in Philadelphia against Joe Blanton. Hit one Citizens Bank Park that cleared the batter's eye. I mean, I'm trying to think how many more like that, the straightaway center.
That's the 2nd longest here at Angel Stadium this season. Mike Trout had a 484-foot blast earlier this year. Cruz's goes 463.
I mean, you look at that center field wall and the trees behind it. I mean, the tree's got to be 20 foot high. And that landed well beyond that.
Three and two. Three and two. Reynolds at first. Oh, McCutchen fouls it off to the left. So the home run that Trout hit this season is the farthest in baseball this year. That 484-foot shot here at Angel Stadium. Aaron Judge, the 2nd longest, had a 468-foot home run at Yankee Stadium, and Christian Yelich hit one 465 feet at Coors Field in Denver. Cruz, 4th longest home run this season. There he is with Endy Rodriguez. Ground ball, left side. Oh, he didn't have the ball, Neto.
Yeah, they could score that a base hit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a play that Neto's for sure thinks he should make. I don't know if he has a play at first, but you'd think he was hit hard enough to where he could have got the force at second base. But yeah, just didn't get down. Yeah, upset with himself. Just under the glove.
Barry Enright going to pay Kahanowitz a visit here after the first batter, Kiner Falefa, flied out. Cruz hits that missile to center field. Reynolds wraps one to left, and now McCutchen sneaks one through the left side. It brings up Emmanuel Valdez. Valdez 1 for 2. 7 more hits for the Pirates after the 18-hit attack last night. Valdez has twice gone the other way. And the third baseman Rengifo well off the line. Getting the tail of the tape again in terms of this home run that Cruz just hit, 463 feet. It is the second longest of his career. He hit one 472 feet July of last year against the Diamondbacks in Arizona. 2-1.
And you figure here, I mean, thicker air,
yeah,
certainly than in Arizona.
Not even. So starting to see Reed Detmer start to loosen in the bullpen. Bullpen has really struggled. They made some changes earlier today. They actually DFA'd one of the pitchers we saw last night. The last pitcher, Ian Anderson, designated for assignment. They also optioned one of the pitchers we saw last night, Michael Darrell Hicks. They called up from the minor leagues Victor Medeiros, and they selected the contract of veteran Carl Edwards. 2-2 on Valdez. And a ground ball to the right side. Is a 4-6-3 double play. Paris to Neto to Shonowell. But O'Neill Cruz, it's his second longest home run of his career, 463 feet. It's his 6th of the season. It's 2-0 Pirates. Pirates baseball on SNP is presented by UPMC, the official healthcare provider of baseball coverage on Sportsnet Pittsburgh. Everybody buzzing about that mammoth blast by O'Neill Cruz. Tied for the 9th furthest at Angel Stadium since they started measuring distances back in 2015. Shohei Ohtani hit the farthest one, 493 feet here in 2023.
There were talks in the old days about guys hitting balls 600 feet. I refuse to believe it.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe it.
Before they could measure those things, those were part of the lore of baseball, baseball stories.
Because they have that big area up there, it looks like it's all turf behind center field. They should mark it.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. Cruz back. Ward flies out toward the track.
Yeah, just well, I thought there'd be many marks out there, but it would be fun to watch every time you come back and see O'Neill Cruz when he comes back to Anaheim and say, "Hey, that's where I hit one of my longest homers."
Darno, one of 8 strikeouts for Heaney. Struck out the first 6 batters he faced. Line to left, and there will be no hitter. No perfect game as Travis d'Arnaud with 1 out doubles. First batter to reach against Heaney.
Yeah, something off speed. Not sure if it was the changeup or the slider, but it looked like it was below the zone. Didn't look like a bad pitch. Maybe right at the knees, outer half. Derek Shelton's out. I don't know if there was a fan that interfered with this ball down the line or went out to talk to David Rackley.
Was going to call on the crew chief, Chris Guccione.
Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, that fan looked like he reached over and tapped Tommy Pham on the back. By the way, that's
I think Guccione was relaying that info to a security guard, who that now is telling the ushers out there in the left field area to eject that fan.
I can see the yellow coats going down that aisle.
Nolan Shonowell.
Well, the Pirates 5 no-hit innings to end last night's game. 4 1/3 no-hit innings to start this one. So no hit them for about 9 2/3 or so.
Shonowell struck out in the second. One ball, 2 strikes.
Go back upstairs with the fastball.
Yeah.
Man, it's a good pitch. Is it at the top? Just above.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Still 2-2. So Pirates pitchers faced 31 batters without allowing a hit before the d'Arnaud one-out double here in the 5th. Slapped toward the left side and dropped by Kiner Falefa. Soft liner. Should be an error and put runners at first and second.
And you say soft liner, and I think that might have been it. You know, you're expecting it to get to you quicker than that, and it's fading away from you a little bit.
I wonder if he had thoughts about that runner, John.
Yeah, hard
Seeing
to
him,
say.
like maybe trying to get that ball quickly. Yeah, hard to say. First and second, error on Kiner Falefa. d'Arnaud off the back was going to get back. And Bart out to talk with Heaney. Rengifo grounded to Brian Hayes, leading off the 3rd inning.
Could use another one of those.
He was a pinch hitter in the 8th inning last night and flied out. Didn't start. He had a root canal procedure yesterday. In the air to center. A line drive back a few steps. Cruz. Second out in the 5th.
He's got a good bit of action last night and tonight. O'Neal Cruz. Making it look easy.
Reynolds made a nice catch on a Kyron Paris fly ball in the third. He says, I know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, he got off to such a great start. He's been struggling. I watched him in BP today. It looked like he was really trying to stay inside the ball, hit the ball the other way up the middle. But the first couple of bats, see a couple swings like that, pulling off, trying to get the bat head out.
He did put the ball in play. And that at bat ending his string, having struck out 6 consecutive ABs. Ball 2 strikes. We're having some issues with the strike zone there, so it's not up currently. Working on that. Weird not to see it.
Yeah.
I'm so used to it now. 2-2. I mean, how can we judge these umps if they're any good? 2-2. And Kyron Paris. Darno and Shonowell, the runners. Full count.
Very close. Boy, it doesn't seem like he's had many 3-ball counts.
No. Picked up his 1100th career strikeout in the 4th inning when he got Trout. Runners will be off on the pitch. And he gets it. The strikeout of Paris. Make it 1101 for Heaney and 9 on the night. Let's take a look at our Bet365 live betting odds. Joey Bart's a +280 to get a hit here against Kohanowitz. He has struck out and grounded to short. 5th in the order. Hayes next, then Frazier. Maybe not so sure of that call from Rackley. Drift out of play. So Bart in the hole. 0-2. Bart has hit safely in 7 of his last 8 ball games. Hitting at a 370 clip over those stretch of games. Still 1-2. Night game tomorrow, so could see Bart in there again. Usually 3rd game of a series. Off-time afternoon contest. Getaway day for the Angels. Pirates will take a short bus ride to LA, and that's a strikeout for Kohanowitz. Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand, plus stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details.
You remember ever doing that here?
I don't.
I don't either.
Nope.
That's a nice little travel day for us.
Yeah.
Unlike the Angels.
They're not happy.
They're not happy.
No. Ground ball left side. And Hayes is going to reach on the infield hit to Neto. Shortstop. So Hayes aboard with 1 out. Pirates have had action with the exception of the second inning, a 1-2-3 second. Ball 1 on Frazier. 8 hits for the Pirates now.
Always nice to see him add on. Nice to see so many of the bats coming alive. And you think that, add on and take the first 2. I think it'd be pretty likely to see the same lineup 3 days in a row. Although, got a lefty going tomorrow. That'll probably get at least 1 guy out of there.
Chance for 2. Hayes avoids. He's called out, running out of the baseline. So it'll be a double play by Frazier. As Hayes tried to avoid it, went too far out of the baseline. Pirates lead 2-0. Pirates Baseball is presented by UPMC, the official health care provider of baseball coverage on Sportsnet Pittsburgh, and by Beryl Subaru, better than ever, the one and only Beryl Subaru. First pitch strike. Joe Adell leading off the bottom half of inning number 6 here against Andrew Heaney. Oh, what a performance after what he did against the Nats at PNC Park. 7 1/3 innings of 5-hit shutout ball against Washington. And he follows it up with what is turning out to be an even better outing. The tapper, Hayes coming on, going to try and bare hand throw and get him.
That's just
Ke'Bryan Hayes.
It's so good. It's just so good.
So smooth.
And when he's going after ball, you don't realize how quickly he's getting to these balls. I mean, that's no doubt a base hit. In my mind, there was no doubt that that was a base hit. He covers so much ground, gets rid of it quickly, always accurate. Half a step.
So there takes ball 1. Such a difference maker.
So Heaney coming into tonight, his 4-seam fastball, opponents hit 176 against it. Slugging 265, so no hits off of it today, so that's much improved. 2-seamer, they only hit 125 against it. Doesn't throw very many of those.
Oh.
So against his fastball, we're probably down around 150 now. The changeup, this is the changeup. Opponents coming in 136 batting average.
Can he get his 10th strikeout of the night? Try it again. Struck out 10 Yankees in his second Pirates start. He has 21 career outings with 10 or more strikeouts, which is 6th among active big league southpaws. And now it's 3-2. The only lefties with more double-digit strikeouts: Chris Sale, Clayton Kershaw, Robbie Ray, Blake Snell, and Carlos Rodon. And popped it up. First base, Valdez. 2 outs. Andrew Heaney will now face Zach Neto. He has struck out twice. There you see.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, it is. David Bednar is up, and we don't know, but maybe. That'd be interesting. Would it be for Trout?
He wasn't throwing much. I mean, you could tell he wasn't hot. Just getting loose in case.
Probably for Ward down the road.
You know, he is at 94 pitches and
100 pitches once so far this season, and a ground ball to the shortstop. IKF on to first. How about Andrew Heaney? 6 brilliant shutout innings. 2-0 Pirates. Fourth, Pirates Padres. May the 4th be with you. Yep, Star Wars Day, PNC Park special ticket package includes a collectible PNC Park Millennium Falcon figurine. Learn more and get tickets at pirates.com/Star Wars. That's Sunday, May 4th. Padres at PNC Park, and hugs for Heaney. 6 shutout innings.
another dandy.
It's Tommy Pham against lefty Reed Detmers.
He has been scored on now. He's thrown 31 in the 3rd innings. He has been scored upon in 3 innings out of 31.
Gosh. Oh. He is fun to watch. Heaney's ERA falls to 1.72 in 5 Pirate starts. Gives up 1 hit. The double by Darno. Shotwell reached on an error. 9 strikeouts.
Detmers 2.70 ERA in his 10 innings. Opponent's hitting 200. In his last 3 starts, he's allowed just 9 hits over 19 in the 3rd innings.
Just sensational. Pham down on strikes. That's now, by the way, 16 in the 3rd consecutive shutout innings for Heaney. Friday, don't miss an all-new episode of Inside Pirates Baseball, celebrating some of the landmark moments in Three River Stadium history. Hannah Mears sits down with Paul Skeens to recap a whirlwind first year in the major leagues. This Friday, 8:30, only on Sportsnet Pittsburgh and streaming on SNP 360.
And by the way, the last runs he's allowed was on that Ellie De La Cruz grand slam.
Mm-hmm.
If that was at home, that's an out.
Ah,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
A lot of ifs and buts
Yeah.
there, but still, I mean, the
True.
ball barely got out of that short ballpark in Cincinnati.
Yes, he did, said the home plate umpire. Heaney's next start should be at PNC Park. Shortstop coming on, Neto. That's his counterpart. And now let's take a look at the Allstate Good Hands replay. As O'Neill Cruz steps up.
You hang it, he'll bang it. An absolute no-doubter disappearing over that center field wall.
Heaney there with Carmen Majinski. On the other side is Mitch Keller. And a hug for tomorrow's starter. Majinski. And Cruz bounces it to first. Nice play there. And Shotwell. 1-2-3. Pirates. This Pirates pitching change presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change Service you can see, experts you can trust.
The Valvoline numbers for David Bednar. Just his 6th appearance. Looked good last night's game. Very quick, easy. Swing and miss stuff.
He faced 3 hitters, Nolan Shonowell, Joe Adell, Kyron Paris. Struck out Paris. Now he faces Trout. Two of Andrew Heaney's 9 strikeouts, including his 1100th of his career when he struck out Trout in the 4th. Again, trying to hit that strike zone back for you. It went out just after O'Neill Cruz hit that missile to center field, so blame Cruz, I guess, for knocking out the strike zone.
Yep. Once again, breaking StatCast.
Yeah. Oh, that looked like it got there in a hurry.
That's that fastball that made him an all-star a couple of times. By him.
His 3rd outing since being sent down to AAA.
Yeah, went with the curveball. 3-2. Almost got him. Trout just staying alive.
A really curveball heavy Saturday against Cleveland. Another 3-2 pitch coming to Trout. Do it again.
Tying him up. Challenging Trout. Like it.
Get him.
You gotta like it. Fearless. Down the middle, top of the zone.
Now Taylor Ward. Pop, Bart and Manuel Valdez, and he calls off Bart at the last.
Good bit of room and foul ground behind home plate. Off the bat, I thought it would be in the seats. A lot of backspin, and that's the right call by Valdez. Much easier play for him than the catcher Joey Bart.
HN Superbowl, squeeze it. Now Travis d'Arnaud.
Yeah, last night and again so far tonight, David Bednar. Those are the swings you were used to a couple of years ago. Just coming at him, getting the chase, overpowering guys.
Out in front, 0-2. Oh, Yeah, David Bednar, his last 2 outings looking like the all-star, the renegade. Head to the 8th. Pirates baseball is presented by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust. And they're starting to trust in David Bednar as he went back into that dugout to a bunch of high fives. 3 batters faced, 3 batters down, 2 strikeouts. Brian Reynolds facing the lefty Detmers. Sacrifice fly in the 3rd. McCutchen to follow, then Valdez scheduled against Detmers. See if Triolo doesn't enter the game.
That's a good breaking ball there. Detmers throws hard. Averages a little more than 94 miles per hour. And that curveball, look at it just disappear. My goodness, that looked like it broke 6 feet. Came out of the hand, looked like it might be up, ended up below the zone.
It was tonight's starter, Jack Honowitz, who really bumped Detmers from the rotation. He had been a starter. Honowitz 6 innings, 2 runs, 8 hits, a walk, 3 strikeouts. Home run by O'Neill Cruz. Let's go down to Hannah with more on Andrew McCutchen.
Well, Andrew McCutchen hit a big 3-run homer last night, and when asked about those big moments, he said he always tells himself, it starts with me. He said the years where they were in the playoffs, he was typically having a pretty good year himself. He believes that if he can do what he's capable of doing consistently, he can provide a spark they need. He also believes that spark can be here every day for this team, as he confirmed he is down to play and does not need days off. Throw him in the lineup until he says he can't go, Brownie.
Yeah, it's interesting, Hannah, to see how they're going to handle this, because Derek Shelton keeps talking about have to watch him and can't play him every day. And you've got McCutchen, who wants to be out there every day. 1 ball, 1 strike. And now that Reynolds is back, and Shelton pointed out, asking him before the game about Reynolds being on time, he said, yeah, you could tell he's locked in when he's swinging the bat, but he says, people don't realize that DHing is hard, and that's what Reynolds was doing. He said he's seemingly more comfortable now that he's playing in the field. McCutchen, uncomfortable swing.
Yeah, think about that. Both these strikeouts, Reynolds and McCutchen, really good fastball hitters. Maybe the best that the Pirates have. And Detmers got uncomfortable swings from both Pirate hitters this inning.
Detmers, who 3 years ago pitched a no-hitter in just his 11th major league start, now faces Triolo as the pinch hitter.
By the way, just to go back to the Andrew McCutchen stuff, and it might be because it's early in the season, it might be I don't know. He looks fresher to me. He looks sprier. He looks quicker. He's a year older.
Right center field, and never know with Trout. Gotta wait, because that guy can close the gap, but it's another hit for Jared Triolo, who pinch hit in the 8th inning last night and singled the other way.
Once again, the Pirates' hits, the majority here tonight, have gone the opposite way. Nice approach from Jared. He was thinking 2 all the way. Mike Trout stopped him.
Bart 0 for 3. Pirates with 9 hits after 18 hits last night. And another hit. Bart, as he's hustling to first base, looks toward the Pirate dugout and either says something or stares maybe at Matt Haig.
Yeah, maybe he got a little tip. But boy, he's shortened up here.
Right up the middle, and as he's going down to first base, looks toward the dugout. Solid single to center field, 2 on for Hayes. The hit collector watching his hitters collect hits now. Back-to-back games, double digits. Caleb Ferguson up in the Pirates bullpen, getting ready for the bottom of this 8th. Hayes with a line out to right, hit by a breaking ball in the 4th. Infield hit in the 6th. Earl Edwards Jr. just joining the team today, the veteran righty up for the Angels. Pulled foul past Mike Rabello.
Yeah, I don't believe like there's StatCast anywhere. It's not just on the TV.
No, I know it's nowhere in the ballpark.
I keep
Can't
looking
get
for
it.
velocity
Right.
and wondering what was that.
Yeah. He's the chase. Pirates lead 2. They lead 2-0. On Pirates tickets this season with your Giant Eagle loyalty card. Enjoy discounts on lower and upper level tickets to select Pirates home games, plus a portion of each ticket sold will be donated to 412 Food Rescue. For more information, visit pirates.com/loyalty card. Terry Triolo does take over at first base for Valdez, and the new Pirates pitcher is the lefty Caleb Ferguson.
Great addition, Caleb Ferguson. His Valvoline numbers: ERA 164. Opponents hit just 189 against him.
Nolan Shonowell 0 for 2 against Andrew Heaney. There's a strike. Ferguson, who pitched here in Southern California for several years with the Dodgers.
Yeah, that good fastball. And he's got life to his fastball as well as Dennis Santana gets up.
Ground ball. And that's Frazier onto Triolo.
I believe he got him off the end of the bat there with a slurve.
Oh, you don't hear that much anymore. Slurves.
I know, that's right. Yeah, it's a sweeper nowadays.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at just some of his metrics here. The slurve has a spin rate over 3,000. So I looked at all the rest of the pitchers. and I have charts of all the pitchers for both teams and all the spin rates. Nobody has a 3,000 spin rate on either. I can imagine that's really good.
Well, I wonder where it is the rest of baseball. Even.
Yeah, you got to wonder. I don't see very many 3,000 anything.
Rengifo, now count of 2-0.
It's funny. I think we were us talking about that. I was actually last series I worked looking for a slurve. I couldn't find one, and here's Caleb Ferguson as a slurve.
Well, I guess he calls it that. So they
right.
Old school. He's bringing it back, the slurve, which is funny because I'm sure 40 years ago that wasn't old school.
Yeah,
that was new school. 40 years ago, the slurve. 3-0. 3-1.
So the next highest spin rate pitch that I've seen, Justin Lawrence, his sweeper, which is very similar to the slurve, is just under 3,000 at 29.68.
Well, trying to come back. 3-2. Does he have enough confidence to throw a 3-2? That's slurve. Sure he does. But those fastballs got on Rengifo in a hurry. There's no sense, you wouldn't think, of messing around. Bounce back. And it looked like he was able to avoid deflecting it. He comes back from being down 3-0 in the count. And now a message from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Nobody sells Lazy Boy for less than Levin.
Yeah, I don't know if pitchers will ever stop doing that. Like trying to catch balls hit at them when almost every time there's a middle infielder directly behind the mound.
Kyron Paris takes ball one. Flied out, struck out against Andrew Heaney. So there you see Steven Morales, Mike Rabello, Oscar Marine on your screen left to right. Marine behind the net there. Pirates pitching coach. Two and 0 on Paris. There's a strike. Paris came in with 4 hits in 11 at-bats against lefty pitching this season. Bart wants to talk to Caleb Ferguson. Ten more hits tonight.
Yep. And just one. A little off the end double. Travis d'Arnaud.
3 straight games with double-digit hits for the Pirates. There's a ground ball to Hayes. And Caleb Ferguson, a 1-2-3-8. Top of the 9th, 2-0 Pirates here in Anaheim. Tomorrow night, Pirates continuing this West Coast trip. Finish up this series against the Angels. Join us for that one at 8:30 and a 9:29 first pitch Eastern time here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh and always streaming on S&P 360. Yeah, 9:29 first pitch. Carmen Majinski goes against former Pirate Tyler Anderson. And we'll probably explain that start time in detail tomorrow night. Has something to do with the collective bargaining agreement because the Angels are headed to Minnesota after the game tomorrow, take on the Twins. Adam Frazier against veteran Carl Edwards Jr. on Washington's club. Played a bunch of road games to start. In fact, first team since 1957 to play 15 of their first 18 games on the road. The 1957 Cubs. You want to make sure you play on the road in April to stay away from the conditions here.
Good weather.
Yeah. And a strike. Carl Edwards Jr.
He's been around and been to a number of teams. Couldn't find a job this spring, this winter. Signed pretty late with these Angels.
Made his major league debut 10 years ago with the Cubs. Upwards of 5 seasons in Chicago. 2 different stints with the Padres. COVID year, handful of games with the Mariners. He was with the Braves and Blue Jays in 2021. A couple of seasons with the Washington Nationals. A walk to Frazier. And now Pham wants to get on the hit parade. The only Pirate tonight without a hit.
And, how about that? Ron Washington out.
This might be
after a ball. And he told the catcher to stay there. He told his infielders to stay there.
Looking like it's a casual conversation, but that might be a talking to. Yeah.
I mean, after a lot of big league time, and he's had some pretty good success at the big league level, did Carl Edwards Jr. And pitched some in the minor leagues recently, not very good. And like I said, he didn't sign till March 21st this year.
Boy, Frazier takes off and almost to second base by the time the pitch lands in the catcher's mitt.
Yeah, watch. Yeah, it always looks like, I mean, if you're watching at home, you're thinking the pitcher's looking over there. They're not looking over there. They can't see the runner.
Frazier 3 for 3 in steals. And now Pham, at the very least, would like to hit the ball the other way. We're talking about that, and move that runner to third base.
Yep. Yeah, that's been a big focus. Everybody's been talking about it since the beginning of spring training. Doing the little things. Getting him over, getting him in.
It's a big run there. Pirates want to bring him home, so Pham looking to at least move him over to third. Struck out, hit into an inning-ending double play, and struck out.
Yeah, Edwards has been wanting that pitch. It's a bit up. Edwards called up from Salt Lake and 154 ERA. Have you ever been to that ballpark in Salt Lake?
No.
It's beautiful.
Really? Now,
absolutely beautiful.
I guess it's a hitter's paradise.
I don't know.
Would you say?
I don't know.
No.
I don't remember that. I just remember it was beautiful.
There's a bouncing ball up the middle, a base hit, a broken bat, and Tommy Pham will bring home Adam Frazier. Even better than moving him to third is bringing him home. And a 3-0 Pirates lead in the 9th.
Yes, sir. You know, doesn't mean you're giving automatic. It's not an automatic out when you're trying to move that runner over. A lot of times you're rewarded with a hit. Found eyes right over that second base bag. A little bit off the end of the bat.
Huge insurance run there, and a chance for more here is Kiner Falefa.
That's a second straight night. Same lineup last night and tonight. Second straight night that everybody, every spot in the order had at least a hit.
So 11 hits on Sunday, Easter Sunday at PNC Park against Cleveland. 18 hits last night. And 11 tonight. And again, a lot of singles, but that's fine. The one extra base hit, the home run by O'Neill Cruz. Pham has 3 stolen bases. The steal by Frazier leads to an insurance run. Three and one. Full count.
Yeah, he's been up in the zone a whole bunch. This one must have caught just the inside corner. IKF thought it was in.
It's this to Trout. That is the first out here in the top of the ninth, and it brings up O'Neill Cruz to face Carl Edwards Jr. Cruz has 2 hits, including a 463-foot blast. Trout hit one 484 feet here at Angel Stadium earlier this season. Top it. 0-2.
Good cut. I believe it was a changeup. It was up a little bit, but O'Neill go out in front.
Caught looking. So out number 2.
Right on the outside corner at the knees.
Here's Reynolds.
Sack fly, putting the Bucks on the board. So 2 to 3 runs. The little things were done. And O'Neill Cruz took care of the big thing.
Santana will come in if it's still close. Nicholas, if the Pirates score maybe a run or 2 more. It's currently a save situation. Reynolds swings through it 1 and 2. He was 1 for 2 in the past against Carl Edwards Jr. and that one hit a home run. And so Edwards Jr. gives up 1, and now Dennis Santana trying to save it. 3-0 Pittsburgh. Here at Angel Stadium, the Pirates lead the Angels 3-0. Need 3 outs, and it's Dennis Santana. Try and save it for Andrew Heaney.
Valvoline numbers, it would be his 3rd save, his 12th appearance. Just a 174 ERA. Hitters hitting just 182.
Odell. Santana, 3 pitches. last night faced Jorge Soler in the 8th inning with runners at first and second and 2 outs, and got Soler swinging. Soler is on deck.
I keep wearing weird about not having a radar gun. I wonder if any of these players have ever played without having that to look at to see what was that.
Yeah.
How hard was that?
Looking up the scoreboard, there's nothing.
JR. He flinches at every foul ball.
Our stage manager, JR.
Absolutely amazing.
Pretending he's not listening.
That ball was like 30 feet below us and he flinched.
1-2. He's the best, JR. And strike 3 called. 1 away in the top of the 9th inning.
Locks him up. Fastball had a little tail. Maybe started a bit off that outside edge and came back, caught that corner. Adele maybe just up there protecting, maybe thinking something soft was coming.
Yeah, rumor had it that he's going to get something other than a fastball. Now Soler, strike 1. 0 for 3. Heaney, 6 innings of 1 hit shutout ball, no walks, 9 strikeouts. Bednar, 1-2-3-7. Caleb Ferguson, a 1-2-3-8. Oh.
I was wondering if Soler was going to even see a fastball.
Yeah.
You know, he looked so bad against the Santana slider last night. You know, maybe it was just a purpose pitch. He didn't mean to throw it in the zone, just showing it to him to go back to the slider.
Ooh. No strike zone for us, but looked good. 2-1.
Yeah, it's definitely on the plate.
Yes. No. 3-1. Neto is on deck, and in the hole is Mike Trout.
No, that's pretty close.
Ground ball past third. Down the corner. It's a 1-out double for Soler. And that breaks a string. The Pirates relievers, 34 consecutive batters without allowing a hit.
And he gets good wood to it. You know, Key Brian Hayes gets to everything, and that ball was just hit too hard. Off the bat, I was just expecting Hayes to make the diving play, and he just got there a tick late.
Really want to try and get Neto and not have that guy on deck represent the tying run. Want to know? One ball, 1 strike. Hard hit. Backhand play. Kiner Falefa on to first. That's a gigantic out.
Sure is, and it's hit hard. Nice backhand stop. And IKF, I mean, look at the throw here.
Yeah.
You know, every now and again, you're like, you think,
It's
you know, he just
unbelievable.
kind of,
I know.
but he let this one go.
Yeah. But it's
he got an arm in there when he needs it.
You talk about the internal clock too. There's no rush.
Yep.
He's David Eckstein like. Mike Trout. Taylor Ward on deck. The Angels have 6 come from behind wins this season. Came in with a record of 11-11. Two and 0. And Bart needs a pitch combo. That thing has caused Bart a bunch of problems this season. It seems like he's always fidgeting with it once a game. Needs a new one. Transmitter, and then checks the scouting card on the sleeve. Santana looking to save it for Heaney. And that's a strike.
Trout taking to see a strike before he's ready to swing.
And now the Angels are down to their final strike. Trout with a runner at second and 2 down. Two and 2. High pop. Pham coming in. Raise the Jolly Roger for a second time in Anaheim. Dennis Santana saves another masterpiece by the Pirates pitching staff.
Pretty amazing outing by these pitchers. Heaney again. The Pirates won 1-0 the last time he started a ball game, and another shutout here tonight. These pitchers, Heaney 6, the bullpen 3, 12 punch outs of these Angels. And yep, you had a big home run from O'Neill Cruz and a couple of manufactured runs. 3 was plenty with the way these guys are throwing the baseball.
A chance now to sweep the Angels. Two straight outings of shutout ball, 7 innings against the Nats his last time, and here comes back to Anaheim and 6 innings of 1-hit shutout ball, no walks and 9 strikeouts.
Yeah, and don't forget the first 6 batters he faced, we didn't need defense. Punches out the first 6 guys. Just absolutely dominant. Yeah, the only hit he allows is just a little off the end of the bat double by Darno. Didn't walk anybody. 9 punch outs. Cleared 1,100 strikeouts. Absolutely dominant.
And the big home run by O'Neill Cruz in the 5th. Let's go down to Hannah.
O'Neill, 116 miles per hour off the bat and 463 feet. That's your second longest homer of your career. Did you know that that one was gone the minute you hit it?
Tú sabías que ese jonrón obviamente le diste a 117 millas por hora y 463 pies. ¿Tú sabías que ese jonrón iba a salir desde el momento que le diste?
Oh, claro, claro, tú sabes, fui a hacerle buen contacto, sabía que me iba a tirar ese la jangueadito y me puse eso en mente y fue a hacer un buen contacto y desde que le di supe que era jonrón.
Yeah, for sure I knew it was a home run off the bat. I was looking to put a good swing, looking for the slider. He left it up in the strike zone and I put a good swing on it and I knew right away.
Do you ever surprise yourself with how far those go? Because your teammates over here were shocked to watch that one go all the way out.
¿Tú te sorprendes algunas veces de la manera que tú le das la bola de lejos? Porque los compañeros tuyos de equipo estaban bien sorprendidos ahí rápido que tú le diste esa bola.
No, yo mismo me sorprendo, porque a veces yo mismo yo no sé cómo lo hago ni cómo le doy tan duro tampoco, que yo, ¿sabes? Yo mismo me hago la pregunta.
Most of the times I surprise myself too because I know I hit the ball hard, but sometimes I hit it way too hard. But I question myself sometimes too how hard I hit the ball.
O'Neill, hitting is contagious. 29 hits in 2 days for this offense. What have you seen be the key for everybody up and down the lineup?
El bateo es contagioso. Ahora mismo hemos dado 29 hits como equipo. ¿Qué tú crees que ha sido la llave para que eso pueda pasar en todo el line-up?
Yo digo que el trabajo, tú sabes, el trabajo que han venido haciendo cada uno y, sabes, en el K y con los hirincos y eso, y, sabes, tener la misma energía de todos los días en el juego y por eso está pasando lo que está pasando en el juego.
I said it's the work that the guys been putting in the cages and hitting wise with the hitting team, and that's what happened. You go out there every day trying to do your best, and that's what happened. Good results.
O'Neill, really quick, just Andrew Heaney, what can you say about the dominance he showed tonight?
¿Qué puedes decir de Heaney, el lanzador iniciador de nosotros, como dominó el juego hoy?
No, vamos para adentro a gozar, entonces, se la comió hoy, es buen pique y las dos salidas que ha venido tirando ha sido un buen trabajo y hoy hizo otro buen trabajo hoy también.
Actually, we're going in there after this interview just to congratulate him and give him a high five and yeah, he was out there, did a great job and he nailed it today. He just great pitches and he worked a lot of innings for us and that was good.
All right, high fives all around for everybody. Go ahead, O'Neill. Brownie?
Hannah, thank you much, yeah. And O'Neill Cruz, 6 home runs, and that one of his more impressive home runs in his career, 463 feet. What a blast it was to watch him and the Pirates shut out the Angels on 2 hits. Andrew Heaney, a 1.72 ERA now. The Pirates will aim for the sweep tomorrow night. We'll be sending it back to the studios for the post-game show. John Wayner and Hannah Mears, Greg Brown, thanks for watching. The Bucks blank the Halos.